Hi everyone, this is a video tutorial for the dehydration of a primary alcohol. So what we'll see is we have our primary alcohol, sulfuric acid, and in dehydration you will produce water and an alkene. Notice that we are including heat in this reaction, and that's because it is a multi-way reaction. So the way that we favor moving in the forward direction is by adding heat so that we can have distillation drive off the alkene as it's formed. This is going to follow the E2 reaction pathway because primary alcohols do not form stable carbocations. The major product of these reactions will be the most stable alkene. So let's take a look at the mechanism. Okay, so let's take a look at this mechanism. So over here we have our primary alcohol and sulfuric acid. So as always, the first step is always to activate that OH group so that it can be kicked off later on in the reaction. So over here, our O with its lone pairs will attack this hydrogen, causing this bond to break and those electrons to shift onto this O. So at the end of this step here, we have a protonated alcohol. This is now where we will see the dehydration take place by an E2 mechanism, which means everything happens in one step. So our base, which is water, will come and attack this hydrogen, causing these electrons here to shift to make a double bond between those two carbons. Once that double bond has started to form, this group here will get kicked off. So that means we will form this alkene here. The reaction doesn't stop here, however. Because we're in an acidic solution, this alkene can react again to form an even more stable alkene. So what happens here is this alkene will come and attack this hydrogen, breaking the bond here, forming this carbocation. We will now see a second E2 reaction happen. So water as our base again will come and attack this hydrogen, dropping these electrons here between these two carbons, forming this alkene as the major product. Now keep one thing in mind. If I were to have a primary alcohol under these conditions, both an SN2 and an E2 reaction would happen. In this case, we're just looking at the elimination, but you would have two major products, the SN2 product and the E2 product.